We're here with Kevin, who goes by Distant Coder on Twitch, and he made day 2. He was what? You were X1 day 1,
I was
right?
8-1 on day 1, and then I lost my 2 rounds.
Okay.
But yeah, that is how it goes, right?
And you were playing what?
I was playing a deck that I play a lot on stream, Gem Knight FTK. If ever you guys want to see any of this gameplay or whatever, twitch.tv/distantcoder.
Yep, and that'll be description too.
Yeah, it'll be in the description. Excellent. Yeah, I stream pretty much every weekday. But yeah, I'll just get right into it. Honestly, the deck explains itself. It's Gemini FTK. Not much explanation needed. You play 6 vanillas. You play your Lapis to make your Lapis Lazuli, and you play Sapphire because it's really good to make Aquamarine. You can play Tourmaline and Prismora, but I think Aquamarine is just a more solid choice overall. I played 3 Lazuli and 3 Obsidian. These cards are really amazing because they're not once per turn, so you can just like abuse them, and you use their effects at least 4 times each in a turn. You abuse them like crazy to do the combo. The FTK is actually really consistent. Most of my opponents asked me, every time that I won, my opponent asked me at the end of the round, the first thing they would say is, how consistent is your FTK? I can like honestly say it's about 7 out of 8 hands, like you'll have the FTK. Then I played 2 Crystal Rose. This is like a Kaleido chick for the deck. It's really good because it's a light. You can make Seraph Knight with it. It's a rock, so it's searchable off Block Dragon, and it just loads your grave with a bunch of Earths for block. And I played 2 Armadillo. I think Armadillo is a really good card. It's a Stratos for the deck, but it's good going first, not so good going second, so I cut 1 when I go second. I always set out the same cards when I side, but Armadillo is overall a really solid choice. 3 Rescue Rabbits. Shoutouts to Wasim for signing mine. These were his when he topped in Banner Rabbit format. But yeah, Rescue Rabbit tutors out 2 vanillas, so it's 2 Gem Knights, makes your Phantom Quartz, so it's really good. Like, to do the combo, you absolutely just need any way to put 2 Gem Knights on the field. As soon as you do that, you pretty much have almost everything. Like, you don't need that much more after that. Like, any hand that bricks is just a hand where you have like 5 normal summons, and you can't put 2 Gem Knights, but once you put 2 Gem Knights on the field, you're good to go and you're set, you know what I mean? 3 Block Dragon, discards Dragon Ruler with more effects. Searches 3, protects your rocks. Like, it's happened that people held Ogre until the final burn because they're like, oh, I'll survive if he has less monsters. But that was like, block protects from destruction, so it doesn't matter.
That protects all rock monsters?
All rock monsters on the field can't be destroyed by card effects. It's really broken. This card's OP. If they were ever to hit this deck would just die. The one of Brilliant Fusion feels bad, but like if you draw it, it's broken. I wish it was a 3. I didn't see it that much. When I saw it, I won. I think I won every time I saw this card. But I mean, self-explanatory. It just does everything. You never ever. There's not a single hand you can't resolve this. Like, there's no Garnets in this deck, believe it or not. I played 3 Gem Knight Fusion. This is Phoenix Blade with a real effect. You can add it back from the grave by banishing 1 Gem Knight monster. Just any Gem Knight monster, and it's not once per turn. And it's poly for Gem Knight monsters, but you just abuse it all the way. It got DD crit a lot, but it's fine. You can just mill another one with Curious, so you're good. 3 Unexpected Die. Like I said, you just need to put a Gem Knight name on the field. This does that. You play 6 vanillas, so this is never not live. It's also not once per turn. You just have to control no monsters. Sometimes I had a Guru player who fiended this when I opened 2, so I was like, very good, very good. 3 Called by the Grave. It didn't do much because I kept getting Nibiru'd. Nibiru Imperm, this does nothing. But Called by the Grave I feel like is mandatory. Hand traps just stop this real hard. The deck is really frail. 3 Drag Down specifically for Nibiru. Nibiru's a stupid card.
Not a fan of Exchange?
The thing is, okay, so the reason why I play Drag Down over Exchange is that the Drag Down, the discard, and the draw are actually relevant. Like, sometimes I'll keep... Like, say I need to put an extra Gem Knight on the field, I'll save like an Obsidian. Like, I'll summon a Vanilla, I'll link off for Link Spider, and then I'll save just an Obsidian in hand, I'll use the Drag Down, and I'll force him to discard my Obsidian, which will revive my my Vanilla that I have in the grave. So the discard is relevant, and the draw can sometimes just be an upstart for the deck, because sometimes you just draw bad, and the draw for this is just really relevant. So I think Drag Down is better. The only time that I hate Drag Down is when I drag down and my opponent has no hand traps, and I'm just like, fuck, am I gonna make him draw a hand trap? Like, at one point, I dragged down a Salamangre player. He had no hand traps, and he topped Phantasme, and then he goes Phantasme, and I'm like, shit, he has 2 more draws to draw a hand trap. But he didn't draw any, so it's good. But I still lost that round. That's the only round of Swiss that I lost, was against Salamangre. Then the power one-ofs, Reasoning, Monster Reborn, Mid-breaker field is broken. Foolish Burial's an extra copy of Block Dragon, and I hate this card so much, card destruction, but sometimes you really need to mulligan your hand, and like say you open like Obsidian and a Vanilla, you card destruction, send the Obsidian and the Vanilla, you revive it, that's a free summon, but like whenever I do this and my opponent had no hand traps and he draws into them, it's the worst thing ever. But that's fine. Then off to the extra deck. I played 2 Phantom Quartz. Most broken card to come out of the Link Range pack, if you ask me. This came out at the same time as Isolde. I think this is better than Isolde. It does 2 things. It's better than Isolde.
Better than Needle Fiber, though?
I mean, Needle Fiber's not on the TCG, so
True.
when Needle Fiber comes out, it'll be a different story. Yeah, but Quartz on summon adds you any Gem Knight cards that get to your Gem Fusion, and for the FTK, you just need access to block and Gem Fusion. That's the full combo. So this gets you your Gem Fusion every time. It's happened that this gets like ashed or impermed or whatever, and I had to make Curious mill the fusion and then get lucky off my mill 3 for Curious to hit the Block Dragon. It happened on day 2. I won that game, but I lost the match. Feels bad. It's fine. It's whatever. Then I play the Link Spider. The effect is relevant. You actually use the effect. You summon a Vanilla out your hand, and it's a Cyberse Earth, so it makes Curious really well. Now I gotta explain this one. Secure Gardna. So Secure Gardna, the effect is completely irrelevant. What that does is when the turn it's summoned, you don't take burn damage, and the first time you would take damage while it's on the field, you don't, but that doesn't matter. What's relevant is the fact that you summon it using any Cyberse Link monster, and it's a light, so you can make Seraph Knight off it. Otherwise, at the end of the combo, if you're low on resources and you need an extra Earth in the grave, you can just make Link Spider with one of your Lapis. Then you link this off for that, gives you the extra Earth in the graveyard to summon your Block Dragon. And you can co-link your Unicorn to draw one, it's cute. I've done that sometimes. Binary Sorceress, the left and right arrows are relevant for some of the combos. And it's an Earth Cyberse once again, so you can make this with that, or you can make Curious with it, which is also really good. I played the one Lambda. This was Land Farincus, but I cut it because this is secret, so I like secret cards. I'm a rarity whore, what can I say? Nightmare Unicorn, this is really important for the combo, because now that Master Diamond's at 1, you have to shuffle it back into your extra deck to be able to summon it again, because the whole combo requires that you make Lapis Lazuli, send another Lapis Lazuli, because it can only be summoned once, make Master Diamond, banish a Lapis Lazuli, burn, then Unicorn back the Master Diamond, summon Master Diamond again, burn for the rest, and that's good. So you absolutely need the Unicorn for that. Curious, if you don't open Block or Foolish or any means to get to them, this is how you get to it. It's really easy to make in this deck, because you have like, some of the Gem Knights are Aqua, well the Aquamarine and the Sapphire are Aqua, the Link Spider and the Binary Sorceress are Cyberse, and everything else is Rock, but they're all Earths. So you can make Curious really easily, so you should make Curious to dump your Block. Zirconia is good for, like, if you open Brilliant Fusion, you make this with like a Rock and a Gem Knight, so you just dump your Block Dragon. Otherwise, honestly, sometimes I wish I had 2 of this, but you can like shuffle it back with Quartz, but it's like the most generic one you can make. You can always make this if you have Fusion, and loading your grave with Gem Knights is sometimes really important. Aquamarine, I played this over the Prismora. So what Aquamarine does is, if it's sent from field to grave as a mandatory when effect, so it doesn't miss timing, it targets a card in your opponent's field and bounces it. It's relevant if you play against Thunder Dragon, or any deck that makes like Thunder Dragon boards. Like if they make like 1 negate and a Colossus, you have to be able to out the Colossus, because you need to search off your Quartz and your block. So you just send that to grave, bounce the Colossus, and you're usually lit from there. Which is why I preferred the Aquamarine over the Prismora. Then Seraph Knight, you make this off the Lambda. That's why you play the Lambda. You need a generic Link 2 light. So off the Lambda, you make your Seraph Knight for the additional normal summon to summon your Rose, dump a guy, and keep going. Everyone knows what this does. Then you play 2 of the Gem Knight Lady Lapis Lazuli. This is the one that does the burn damage. So its effect sends a Gem Knight monster from deck or extra to grave to burn your opponent for 500 times the number of special summoned monsters on the field. So when you use the effect, you'll have 6 monsters on your board, so you have like your Quartz or all that stuff. So she burns for 3k, but she can only be summoned once per turn. So you summon the first one, send the second one to the grave. Then you use the Quartz effect to summon the Lady Brilliant Diamond. She tags out a Gem Knight on the field for a different one from the extra deck. So the Lady Brilliant Diamond will summon the Master Diamond, who banishes the first copy of Lady Lapis to burn for 3k as well, so that's 6k damage. Then you Unicorn this guy back, summon it again, and then you just burn for the 2k remaining because like you have enough monsters on the field. So at that point, you just won the game. Then I'll go off for the side. I left it in here. Nice token. Force of Will is a cool game. I played 3 Gnome material. Gnome is actually just crazy against Orcust, and it's an Earth, so you can banish it for Block Dragon, and it's a fairy, so sometimes I make Curious with this. It happened one time I made Curious with this, but otherwise, if you like hit the Nyarla or you hit the Cerberus or whatever, it's really broken. I'll leave the Spice for the end. Wow. Okay. 3 Nibiru, didn't summon it the entire tournament. I don't know, I didn't play against much combo, or I didn't draw it, or I got like Azathoth before, so nothing you can do there. This got dropped on me a lot, and I hated it. Evenly matched was probably a mistake. I feel like this should have been Droll, because people were citing Lancey against me all day. 'Cause the big problem that I had with this event was the fact that Orcust was the best deck, and apparently all the good side cards against Orcust are OP against Gem Knight. So like Lancea, Gnome, all this shit, it all stops my deck. So like everyone was citing Lancey against me, so this never resolved. I played against a Striker player, and it didn't do anything. Red Reboot, probably second best card on my side. I played against a Guru player, this won me the game. I played against Salamangreat, won me the game. Red Reboot is honestly really, really good. You just get to play for free. And then my favorite side deck card, Kinetic Puppeteer. This is not even a joke. It's a hand trap. For those that don't know, it's a hand trap. You can discard it, target a monster on the field, and move it to a different main monster zone. It hits LP for Guard Dragon combos. Mostly this is for Sky Striker because of the end phase when they use Shizuku effect. Whatever, on their end phase, you just like move their Shizuku to the main monster zone, so you turn off their Widow Anchors or Shark Cannons, so they can't really play the deck, and you don't go into the battle phase, you just kill main phase 1. So you never clear the Shizu, so you just turn off all their back row. So that was that. Honestly, if I was to change anything, evenly for Drolls, probably, maybe Lancius, I don't know yet. I'm probably going to be working on a Go second list for this deck, actually. The new 10U support is going to be really lit for this deck. I can't wait to test that out. That's going to be loads of fun. But for now, that's all I have for you guys.
Do you have any shoutouts at all, or are you good?
Any shoutouts? Freaking everyone in Montreal, because I'm the only Montreal player that came to this YCS. I came here with a buddy of mine from France, and everyone was rooting for me when I told everyone that I was 8-1 at the end of day 1. They were all like, "Yo, you got this. You can top, whatever." I'm sad I didn't, but like they still encouraged me the whole way, and I'm really happy about it. Like all the guys from Montreal, literally everyone was just being really supportive. Shoutouts to you. Shoutouts to all the new YouTubers who are doing the deck profile. Like I really enjoy all your content, and I'm glad to be a part of it. And that's about it, brother.
Man, thanks so much for the profile.
My pleasure. Have a good one.